Hello, this is Sasi Krishna. Welcome to my channel. And today we'll be discussing how to troubleshoot journey sent emails utilizing data views from Query Studio. So my first step towards troubleshooting in SFMC would be to install the Query Studio. You can install the Query Studio via App Extensions. I have added the link here, and from this link you can go and understand how you can utilize Query Studio in Marketing Cloud. And once you have the access to the Query Studio, you can basically build queries. Okay, and you can build the queries, and what you can also do is you can save the output into the data extension, or if you haven't built any data extension to save the outputs when you're running the queries, it also automatically saves into a folder called Query Studio Results, which will be under your data extension root data extension folder. Okay? So in the Trailblazer community, the most frequently asked question is how to find out who did not receive the email during your journey send. So for this, I would always prefer to enable my send logging and utilize the send logging for my troubleshooting. In this troubleshooting, I'm not using send logging data extension, but I will basically use the data views. Okay? And from the data views, I'll utilize journey activity, journey data view, and the send bounds data views to basically find out. My first step is, if you are aware of the journey name for which you are basically trying to troubleshoot, and let me write this query here. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm writing a query to fetch the records from journey activity on version ID. So I'm joining journey activity and the journey data view on the version ID, and I'm filtering out this data view based on the journey name. So if I run this query, I'll get all the activities, okay, all the journey activity object ID and version name and everything that you like. If you want to add any more attributes to it, you can add it here. For troubleshooting, I'm more focusing on the journey activity ID name, okay, and the journey activity object ID, which will basically help me to get the trigger send object ID, and I will be able to join to the same data view and find out whom the email was delivered, who were the subscribers who received the email. So let's move forward. Yes. The second query, the second step is, if I am not aware of the, so this is the step 2, okay, and here in the step 2, what I basically am trying to state here is, you are even not aware of the journey name. Let's say you are not aware of the journey name and you want to find out for that particular journey. So this is more related to what you say, you build an automation, and you build an automation and you're basically finding out all the journeys, okay, that were scheduled for today. And for today's journeys, okay, whom you have already sent an email. Okay. So here, what I'm doing here is, I'm utilizing the journey activity. I'm doing the inner join with the same data view on the triggers and definition object ID and the journey activity ID, which I was discussing in previously. Okay. And then I have another inner join on the journey data view to fetch the version, so I can join the journey data view to get the journey name. Okay. So I require 3 data views, that is journey activity, send, and journey. Okay, and you can definitely change this parameter to 1 day or say 30 days based on your use case. So from here, I can find out all the journey, okay, all the activity names, and all the trigger sent object ID, okay, which has been processed today. Let's go forward to the step number 3. So in step number 3, what I've done here is, so step 3 here. This was the first step, right? So in the first step, what I also added was the activity name. Okay, from the journey activity, I added activity name here. If you see the inner query, okay, So either from this query or either from this query, you can fetch the activity name for which you are basically trying to troubleshoot. So once you are clear, okay, for which activity you are trying to troubleshoot, you can build this one here, okay, and you have to give the journey name and the activity name. Okay. This will be your inner sub query, and I'm utilizing the same data view to get the job ID, the event date, and the subscriber key. Okay. And once I run this query, I'll find out all those subscribers whom we have attempted to send for that activity name, activity one. Okay. So you'll get all those subscribers whom you have basically sent the email. And this particular query will basically give you all. Also it will include you all those subscribers who are also bounced. So from the same data view, uh, same data view also includes subscribers who are bounced. Okay? So if you want to differentiate uh, who all subscribers got bounced, so I'm just replacing the same data view, okay, with the bounce data view here. Okay? Everything is the same. All of the query part is the same. I am only adding bounce data view, and I have also added one more attribute, is the bounce category, to find out whether it was a soft bounce or a hard bounce. Okay, so from here I have found basically to whom I have sent an email and who are the subscribers who got bounced. Now the most important of the final part, if you are very much aware of the activity name and the journey name, okay, you can simply write this query in the automation. You don't have to go step by step. You can directly write this query. Okay. Here, what I'm doing is this step number 3. Okay. I'm using this step number 3 query here. Just make it 3. Okay. So what I'm doing here. So from line number this to this, okay, everything is the same. Okay. If you compare this one and this one, it will be the same. What I added was, on top of it, I added the target data extension, that is the entry source for the data for the journey. Okay. I'm just selecting the subscriber key and the email address, and I have a clause saying that where the subscriber key is not present in this sub query, which basically means I'm finding the delta records from the target data extension. Okay. And the delta will be the people whom the email were not delivered. Hope this is clear till now. Okay. If I have to repeat this once again, let me repeat this once again. So if I have to just focus here, okay, this part, what it says is find out all those subscribers whom we have basically attempted to send. Okay. So this is the query which will give you the people whom you have attempted to send. And when I'm saying where subscriber key not in this target data extension, it means those people, the delta people, let's say, for example, you have 10,000 records, okay, in the target data extension. And here, okay, with this query, when you have run this in isolation, then let's say the output is, let's say, 9,000, then it will give you basically 1,000 records, okay, whom the email were not delivered if you write this query. So you don't have to basically, if you're, what I'm saying is, if you're aware of this activity name and the journey name, where you can basically go to the journey builder You click on the journey and click on the email activity. You can fetch the copy the activity name and paste it here in the query. Okay. So this way you'll find those subscribers whom the email will not deliver. Okay. So I have the last part to this section is this is not a query. This is a script activity that you can write in the automation. Okay. So I'm using WS Proxy to retrieve records from the object not sent event. Okay. And I'm filtering this object on, I have the job ID. So you can fetch the job ID from here. Okay. In the same data view, yeah, you have the job ID. Okay. So here you have the job ID. So from there you can fetch this job ID. You can add it here. And the trigger sent definition object ID, definitely I have said it's not null. Or if you want a particular trigger sent object ID also, you can get it from here. This is basically the journey activity object ID. So you can change this line of code here, and you can add another filter here with replacing this with equals and assigning the value. You run this script. Okay. Yeah, I'm just printing the value. What you can do is from this response, the result set. Okay, you can basically parse this out and use an offset function to add it to your data extension. So the only clause that you have to understand here is, okay, for not send event, okay, it does not include auto suppression list subscribers, and list detected. So they will not be included in this particular object. So if you want to find out who are the part of the auto suppression list and list detected, you have another way to do it. I have written another block in here. You can go there and you can find it where I have used raise error function to add it to the personalization logging table. So that will help you. Or you have another way out also to find out the hard errors that had occurred in the journey. So what you need to do is you have to click on this activity summary. Okay? You have to go to the journey builder, click on the activity summary, and then you can click on the contact view details. Okay? Click on the view summary, click on the details, and you'll see all those hard errors that had occurred from the journey builder itself. So with this part, I think I have covered all the troubleshooting part for how you need to troubleshoot to find out the subscribers who are not same, okay, when you're using Journey Builder.